You gotta warn somebody when you're gonna put a picture like that on the screen. Jesus. All right, go on.
So where did Pleasantville come from?
Tell me.
Who did it? Who made this?
This man with this face.
All right, this guy's named Gary Ross. Now, who is Gary Ross? Well, he directed Pleasantville. Also, he wrote it and produced it. So this is his vision, this auteur.
Okay.
Now, Gary Ross is the man who got an Oscar nomination for his first screenwriting credit, which was he wrote Big. Co-wrote Big, but wrote Big, and then he wrote Dave. You've seen Big and Dave, right? Mm-hmm. And then Pleasantville was the first movie he directed.
Would you say he has a high level of one-word titled movies? I'd say he does.
I guess
Big,
so.
Dave, Lassie, Pleasantville, Seabiscuit, Ocean's 8.
It seems like after Seabiscuit, okay, so he directs Pleasantville. He directs Seabiscuit after that, and then directs The Hunger Games, The Free State of Jones, and Ocean's 8. Seems like after Seabiscuit, maybe he's no longer able to follow his own whims. Yes?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You say The Hunger Games. That means the other 3 of those movies are directed by somebody else.
That's right.
Okay. I don't know Free State of Jones.
Yeah, it was like a Civil War period piece.
He's really kind of all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, he seems like kind of a journeyman, but maybe started out in a way where you're like, are you a serious director we need to pay attention to with like a trademark style, with things that you want to say? Mm-hmm. We can look at your movies and say, that's a Gary Ross.
That's a Gary Ross, right?
And it seems like maybe no, except that I watched Dave last night. I'd never seen it, and
I don't remember it.
And I saw Big when I was a child, and now seeing Pleasantville, and these 3 movies, they have so much in common in basically the story of an innocent person being absorbed into a big and unfamiliar world, and then taking their sort of knowledge and insights that are particular to them and changing the world they enter for the better. So in Big, I don't remember if he literally inhabits another person's body or if he just grows like into an adult.
He grows.
Okay, but it's not, he didn't take over the body of an existing adult.
God, that's a good fucking question. I just always assumed he grew. But
I think that's what happens.
Yeah, but then how does he get that amazing job? Oh, he's discovered. He's discovered playing the fucking piano, gets a job.
Versus both Dave and Pleasantville, where these people start to literally inhabit the lives of others. In Dave, it's a man named Dave, looks just like the president, and then starts pretending to be the president.
Oh, it's like The Prince and the Pauper.
Yes, it's The Prince and the Pauper. That is...
where the prince has a doppelganger and they decided to trade places for a day. But this sounds more like it's an accident, not like a decision.
He's hired at first to be a body double
that makes sense.
For the president. Mm-hmm. And then the president has a stroke. And then his puppet master chief of staff says, I don't want the vice president to take over. So instead, we'll pretend the president is not incapacitated, is not a vegetable in the hospital. We have this guy who can just do whatever we tell him to do and sign anything we tell him to sign.
Is the guy from Groundhog's Day, right?
No, it's Kevin Kline.
Get out of town.
No.
What was I picturing? Doesn't matter.
He brings his, but as the movie goes on, it's very much a Frank Capra thing. It's like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. He has his sort of ordinary American ideas, and they're able to push through in the jaded world of Washington. And he's like, gee golly, why can't we get things done in this town? And his personality wins everybody over. He's able to do all this great stuff. It's a very similar thing that happens in Pleasantville.
Right. If we all just have the feelings and thoughts I do, this world could be a better place. Come on, y'all.
And then Pleasantville, Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon literally inhabit these characters who exist in this, or these people, because they are people. We'll get into what this world is that they go into, but they take over the lives of people who already exist. And their presence changes things for the better. We'll discuss.
I've got thoughts.
Okay.
All right, go on. Go on with your...
Usually that means...
I don't know, just
I'm going to share them.
Want people to know that.
Okay.
They're probably not original thoughts, has been pointed out.
Yeah, so Gary Ross said, the idea of entering a parallel world, it's a very old idea. The most famous example is probably Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. And in Through the Looking Glass, she literally goes through a looking glass. And Gary Ross thought, what would a kid today do if that happened? They'd probably go through the television set.
Too much screen time.
he wasn't sure what they would do after that. He's like, that's a great idea. Then what happens? And maybe one of the issues with this movie is it doesn't have that many ideas about where it would go after that.
Or it doesn't seem to have any kind of, like, either the world has to completely be destroyed right away, or the characters who get sucked into it have to completely assimilate and just become just like the rest of the town. And then that's not interesting either. So there were only two options: to totally break it, or to totally
at first
become.
This world seems great. Oh, it's something. It's kind of weird and creepy and sinister. I have to get out. They won't let me out. How am I going to get out?
It kind of reminds me of the portion of a game that's not really for the main player. Like these are all NPCs. Mm-hmm. And they're doing all the things they're programmed to do. And it's like with brains, what? Two decision-making people inhabit the NPCs and just glitch the game completely out. Yeah. And if they didn't, they would just be wandering back and forth in the background, and they would just become NPCs. That's the only two choices.
I thought that
break it or break yourself.
We probably have a language for this now that we didn't have in the 90s, which we can say things like NPC and most people know what that means. But to a degree, that is kind of what's happening is suddenly these NPC, they're entering a computer simulation or whatever, a computer game.
Yeah, even their activities are on a daily loop. Which reminds me of The Truman Show, another movie I might have lumped in.
Yeah. But they're not NPCs. Because they are like, they're sentient. They have free will. They just need to be given like a nudge in another direction.
Or just, they literally are, if you put an adult without it growing up to be a kid, I mean, to be from a kid to an adult, and you put a kid as someone who never grows up, and someone who stays the age they are, the role they are forever and ever, and so they're given these sets of things that they do, things they're responsible for, things they're allowed to do. And because it's a sitcom, people never age. So maybe he's playing with that idea, like, you guys aren't supposed to age, you never will, so your roles will never change, and you have no arc. So it's not that you're on it's literally, you don't know what else there is to think about.
And we won't allow you to age, but...
Or have new thoughts.
Or have anything new happen to you, anything to break you out of...
It's a world in a snow globe, right? Yeah. Kind of like Edward Scissorhands.
But in this movie, there is like the inciting incident is they get sucked in, and after that, everything that can happen is new. And we find that whatever world exists in Pleasantville is not just... It's like all they have to work with is what would be shown on TV. But it's not like you go into the Pleasantville world and you see like sets and you see like, right, this room is next to this set or things, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But you are limited to whatever would be necessary on TV, which is why you wouldn't show a toilet on TV. So there's no toilets in this world. But that's not like a set decoration reason.
I know, that's interesting. You're right. Like it doesn't exist. That's why the words in the books, that's when you go to the library and you open the books, they're empty. You need the books because you see that on TV, but you never see them open them.
But at the same time, they're still doing things that they wouldn't be doing on TV. Like they have their geography lesson where the teacher's teaching them about the geography of Pleasantville and Elm Street and Main Street. But that would never be shown in the show.
No, that's not true. They would be shown in classes. They would probably hear the bell ring. They'd stand up and have a conversation. Uh-huh. So the prop of a teacher, the prop of whatever it is that she bothered to scribble on the board, and that in their books, even if they're not open, those would all be there in a scene, enough for them to exist.
The drawing on the board or the map on the board of Elm Street and Main Street?
Think about whenever TV didn't have the clarity it does now and how little you could really see what was in the backgrounds of things. I mean, anything could have been a big, giant cock. I mean, it's just that they just need to have a teacher. They just need to have some kind of consequence if they're saying anything too loud or getting rowdy. It's just, just a set device.
These people are reacting to what they're being given, which of course begs the question, who's giving it to them? What is their understanding of this world?
I think the only thing that makes sense is a snow globe. Everyone has a role. Everyone does exist, but you're so limited in what your options are that you just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because what is the use of growth if you don't have any room to grow?
Gary Ross said the main thing that he was trying to communicate in this movie is about sort of the poisonous nature of nostalgia. This is what he said. He said, quote, "And that kind of false innocence or false values, the way nostalgia provides a world that never really existed, is not really an answer or solution for anything, however much some political leaders would like us to believe it. I mean, this was a direct reaction in some ways to I want to build a bridge to the past, or I want a kinder, gentler time, as if an answer to the complexities of today's society was a return to the simplicity of that particular time," which is what I think makes Pleasantville relevant now.
Very. Yeah, make America pleasant.
It's everything.
It's any
repeats. We're living in Pleasantville. Every political trend, every cultural trend, everything just keeps happening again and again and again.
My first note whenever we were watching the movie was, oh my God, a movie about nostalgia that's making me feel nostalgic for the 90s. Because there's not a more 90s opening. The sounds of the TVs, channel surfing, the preview channel, the scrolling blue, here's what's on next.
I have a whole slide about the preview channel.
Yeah, oh God. It makes me like happy and want to describe it to our kid.
I've watched these YouTube loops.
And then like I want that instead of the fake fire in front of our fireplace next Christmas, please. I want this. But like it makes me want to explain this to our kid. And then I remember how boring it is to do that. Yeah. And it's like, damn it. I want a kid that wants to know.
Yeah. Our kid did watch this movie with us and loved this movie.
Loved it. Had great thoughts about it today in the car, too.
It's very, very pleasing to, hey, have kids so that you can watch movies with them. It's nice. Yeah, I mean, this is obvious, but hey, the 1990s are what the 1950s were to the baby boomers. We're all just trying to recapture that feeling. That's why we love malls.
Oh, malls. Well, that must be why boomers love department stores. Before there were malls.
I love department stores.
But you know what I'm saying? That was the mall. I mean, everything you could imagine ever being in a store was in a department store until people started to imagine, what if we get hungry? What if we need our taxes done?
Malls are like part of this. It's sort of, we're trying to recreate a kind of Main Street America that probably never existed. This is also the thing with Disney World.
Disneyfication, yep.
But Disney World, and specifically Disney World, Walt Disney wanted to recreate the town he lived in for 4 years, Maybelline, Missouri. Maybelline, Marbleine? I don't remember.
All right.
And but the thing about all of this, about nostalgia, is it never really existed. And the sitcom world that Pleasantville inhabits didn't exist. And what this movie kind of is these interlopers coming in and forcing the fake 1950s world into resembling the actual 1950s.
Right. And that's, so it doesn't, it's not like Back to the Future where all of a sudden there's like, you know, heavy metal being played or it doesn't break down that way. It's like a natural
the progression,
a natural progression into what it really was. It basically, Pleasantville was conservatism, the show. You know, it's a time capsule of how people thought in terms of roles and what you're allowed to say and do and topics that are polite to discuss. Not really what was happening at all.
Not at all. I think about this all the time because, I mean, for one thing, you can read novels from the 1950s where they talk very explicitly about sex. And it's shocking because I watch movies from the 50s all the time and I watch TV from the time. And that is very consciously not talking about those things. But people were fucking all the time in the 50s and they were doing drugs and getting divorced and, you know, not believing in God and being gay and
right.
And having radical political thoughts and stuff. People, the same stuff's always happening.
So I was thinking, I wonder if you agree, this, I hate to say it, it's ahead of its time, but like it was so jarring to me. This movie does two things that blew my mind. And one of them was simply Reese Witherspoon's character just blatantly flat out says, and she's the woman bringing this in, this is not a movie about guys trying to fuck pies because they're so horny or can't hardly wait, where the whole mission of going to the party is to get laid and it's all about guys' sexual agendas. This is just a girl who was wanted to bone, and she blatantly says, I've been having more sex than anyone else in this town, and I didn't turn a color yet. Like she just casually, confidently says the word sex and that she's been having a lot of it.
Yeah, she's not judged
blew
for
my
it.
mind.
Her twin brother doesn't judge her for it. And the movie isn't isn't saying like this slut. The movie's saying like this is what you should be doing.
I just can't think of another movie during this time or even a few years after it where a woman or a female character could just talk about how horny she was or did just flat out say, this isn't the whole plot of the movie. I'm just letting you know how much sex I've been having.
Yeah. I mean, they certainly exist.
I'm sure they existed, but I can't think of any.
It is notable. It's refreshing. And
another one of her movies is the only one I can think of. But it's not a comedy. Cruel Intentions, which I love. That's a load-bearing beam.
It's a little bit of a comedy. But let's talk about that movie soon. I've been wanting to.
Yes, let's. Maybe we shall.
Okay, let's talk about our actors.
Am I the only one who doesn't give a fuck about Tobey Maguire?
Most of America.
He's so boring to me. He's fine in this movie. Go ahead. Sorry, interjection.
No, it's okay. I
bores the
I didn't know you had a strong
me.
take on Tobey Maguire. I certainly don't. My take is like I like him in a lot of stuff, and he's
in good stuff.
But he's good in good stuff. I kind of feel like him the way I do about Diane Keaton, which is like if this is calibrated wrong, it can really annoy me.
Okay,
but
I think he's a good actor,
especially early in his career. I think he's very good in this, and he's very good in The Ice Storm and in Spider-Man.
This Boy's Life is a movie that's special to me, and I don't remember what is this term you've got here.
This Boy's Life?
Underneath it?
Oh, well, I said he debuted in 1993 in This Boy's Life, and then an aside, I put Leonardo DiCaprio was the lead of this movie, and he was also obviously a member of the Pussy Posse.
What is the Pussy Posse?
That was their band, their gang.
Is it in the movie? Or Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire had
real life gang of people of guys.
Fuckboys?
And I think one girl, I think it was Sarah Gilbert, and they just like to fuck a lot.
What are you talking about now?
How have we never talked about the Pussy Posse?
Please,
this
Google.
Is insane. Okay. Pussy Posse, please. The unauthorized history of the Pussy Posse.
What in the ever-loving fuck? Who are these people?
Okay.
Look, he's showing his pussy.
So Lucas Haas, Harmony Korine, David Blaine, I forgot, Jay Ferguson, Josh Miller, Ethan Suplee, Kevin Connolly, Scott Bloom, Justin Harwick, and occasionally Sarah Gilbert.
Can you please show me a picture of Sarah Gilbert?
She's from...
Just show it.
Okay.
Show it. Is that who ate Gilbert's grape? Is Gilbert's grape about her pussy posse?
Maybe. From Roseanne, right?
Oh! Isn't she a lesbian?
Yeah.
Now I get
That's
it.
why she was allowed to participate. But there are stories. These guys love to party.
And love to pop pussy.
That's right. But this is this is coming after The Ice Storm, Deconstructing Harry, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is before Spider-Man or Wonder Boys or The Cider House Rules. So that's where we stand with Tobey.
That is a really helpful slide. Thank you.
Oh,
hey, look.
Reese Witherspoon. Oh, I meant to put this. Tobey Maguire's 23 in this movie.
Wow. That is a baby face assassin right there.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about becoming older is that I'm starting to like when older actors play young teenagers.
Oh, you creep.
Which I used to hate, but now I'm like, I can relate more to them, though. Because if you put an actual teenager on screen, I'm like, this fucking little twerp, get him off.
I can smell his arthritis.
Yeah, his arthritis, as all teenagers have. All right, Reese Witherspoon, aged 22 in 1998.
I mean, but her face is flawless. It won't wrinkle. It is wrinkle resistant. It's like one of those shirts that you buy when you're a girl on the go.
Hey, you know what I learned about Reese?
What?
She was born in the same hospital as our son.
Which is?
Our son, the one we have together.
Where was I? Children's?
You don't remember? This was Oshner Baptist, yeah.
Is she from here? Well, she'd have to be unless it's a traveling hospital.
She's born here. I think she hails from Georgia mainly. She's, I'm Southern, y'all.
They didn't have hospitals in Georgia.
Travel all the way to New Orleans. Okay, she broke out in 1991's The Man in the Moon. This is not the Andy Kaufman movie.
No, I know. It's one of my movies. But
really?
But it's too sad to be one that I'm willing to watch.
Okay. Prior to Pleasantville, we have Fear. We have Twilight, not the vampire movie. An Overnight Delivery, still to come. Cruel Intentions, Election, American Psycho, Legally Blonde.
Let's go. I do love her.
Okay. You do?
I love her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
I love her little wrinkly little
and she
face.
is
her little
she's great in this movie. Hey, everybody's great in this movie. She's wonderful.
Jeff Daniels is wonderful.
She just basically disappears just checks out of the movie. I'm not in this anymore.
She really when she re-enters, I'm like, oh, that bitch was reading this whole time. Yeah. And Joan Allen, who I can't really place for anything else, she's great.
Peggy Sue got married.
I don't give a shit about that.
All right, the movie opens with channel surfing, the cable television hellscape. Yeah, we're channel surfing. We see the preview channel.
Is there no volume?
There's just so much shit. This is just a GIF.
Oh, you're a gift to me. Wow, look at it.
Yeah. 67 million homes in America had cable TV in 1998. That was 25% of the population, and it would not get that much bigger. At its peak in 2000, basically 25% of Americans had cable.
What was
TV.
everybody else doing?
They just had broadcast.
What did I have?
Or satellite.
I had like 30 channels.
You had cable. You had basic cable.
Basic
same as I did. Because we'll talk about channels that we had. And it's clear to me we had the same tier of cable package. Because you didn't have HBO and neither did I.
Because I live slightly outside of our means and you live slightly under your means.
Hey, we already talked about the preview channel.
Yeah, but let's just look at it for a little longer.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, go on.
The preview channel became the TV Guide channel in 1999 and then became the Pop Network and stopped airing TV listings and then just switched to having regular programming. And that's where Schitt's Creek started.
That's cheating.
Was the preview channel.
Love that show.
Okay. So Tobey Maguire is David and he's flipping around until finally he lands on
flipping the
TV
channels.
time.
Okay.
In our first clip from the movie.
Like Nick-at-Nite.
We'll hear about TV time and Pleasantville.
This Friday on TV Time, take the phone off the hook and the plastic off the couch. That's right, it's the Pleasantville Marathon. 24 hours chock full of pure family values. Featuring the warm greeting.
Honey, I'm home.
So quotable.
Nutrition.
Do you want some more cookies?
And of course, safe sex.
Nick-at-Nite would never say something so...
Yes, they would. They totally would. That was part of the branding.
See my memory hold?
And who could forget, Bud gets a job. So join all your favorites, Mary Sue, Bud, George and Betty, and oh yes, Mr. Johnson at the soda shop.
I watched a bunch of Nick-at-Nite promos, and did you watch Nick-at-Nite?
Mm-hmm. Boy, did I.
Do you remember what age?
Those were my good night shows.
Mm-hmm.
I could pay attention enough for it to be interesting, and I could fall asleep to it. So, forever. I don't know.
But that
8
was
to 14.
Having the promo packages, having the commercials, and the sort of network voice. It always was a little cheeky and a little campy and a little it had this. There was this ad for the Donna Reed show that was like, "Don't you wish you could be more like Donna?" And it was all about how you should treat your husband more like Donna Reed, but in this jokey, no modern person would actually be this kind of way. I think they recreate it perfectly.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, so for all you people who don't know what Nick-at-Nite it was the programming block that came on the Nickelodeon channel in the hours at night where children were not watching TV.
Except for me, who was alone.
Me too. And the idea of airing old TV, that's basically been around since the beginning of television. But Nick-at-Nite's innovation was, let's really lean into it. Let's present it as curated, as nostalgic. And we'll have our own sort of graphic design schemes, and we'll have interviews and trivia contests and stuff. We'll make this exciting. This isn't just bullshit that we got for cheap.
Can I just tell you right now? The Partridge Family, no. Mork and Mindy, no. I Love Lucy, fuck yes. The Bob Newhart Show, all right. Mary Tyler Moore, fuck yes. Dick Van Dyke Show, fuck yes. Mm-hmm. Those are my go-tos.
I decided, let's look up what was airing on Nick-at-Nite. What was airing on Nick-at-Nite the night that this movie debuted in 1998? Okay. I spent much goddamn time looking for, I could just look up the TV listings. No, I wanted the TV Focus from the Times-Picayune in 1998.
Jesus Christ.
I dug around for so long to find this.
Okay, well, now I'm going to do this now. Brady Bunch? No. Wonder Years? Yes. Happy Days? No. Laverne and Shirley? No. I Love Lucy? Yes. Bewitched? No. Do you feel the same way?
No, I liked the Brady Bunch and I liked Laverne and Shirley. I liked all of these shows. The Wonder Years was my favorite, and The Wonder Years that aired that night was 7 years old, which is weird. Like, I Love Lucy's 50 years old, and yeah, The Wonder Years from 1991. TV listings. This surely isn't interesting, but I worked on a TV show for a public broadcasting channel.
Rolled my eyes
in New
so hard.
Orleans. Well, it's true.
It's so true.
And it was a PBS affiliate, but it was a PBS affiliate, but it's the shitty of the two PBS channels in New Orleans, and I think it has lost its PBS affiliation status. This network was owned by the Catholic Church, and it bought this channel so that it could air Catholic masses, and then it's like, hey, we'll sell the rest of the time.
My soul just left my body.
And so I worked for an attorney who bought himself a TV show, and he put me at $12 an hour in charge of it, in addition to my main job.
You wrote and
for no more
orchestrated everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I still have nightmares about this. He was obsessed with, when you go on the TV channel guide, the on-screen guide, and in the newspaper, which he read, I want to know which episode of my show is coming on. And I said, well, I don't know how to tell whoever controls that what we're doing. And he's like, well, you find out. And it was truly just like running into a wall of like, who does TV listings? Where does this information come from? Who controls this? Where's the central TV listings database?
Surely you could have asked the production.
I did. And they said it's this weird nebulous organization. And I'm like, well, how can we get in touch with them? He's like, you don't.
You don't. They come to you. All right.
Yeah. I'll still be like, did I ever figure that out? No.
No. It's just like all the holiday cards that are in our attic.
Hey.